Your inner voice is the most powerful tool you have to achieve success, to create better results. Is the inner voice helping you, supporting you, empowering you? Or do you feel stuck? Do you have the feeling that you have a nagging Nancy on your shoulder? Is your inner voice actually destructive? Welcome back. This is episode number 4 of the mini-series, How to Create an Elite Mindset. In today's episode, I want to create an action plan for you. Something that shows you what your inner voice is currently doing, where you want it to be, and how to get your voice into that biggest cheerleader role. The one that always empowers you, the one that is on your team, pushing you through all your challenges and making sure that it's supporting you. It's not blocking you, it's not creating an even bigger challenge, it is making sure that you keep on track. If you are looking for the next level, if it's in your sports, in your business, or in your private life, it doesn't really matter. If you feel stuck, if you feel plateaued, it means that you need to create different patterns. The decisions that you have made so far, the habitual patterns that you followed so far, have created the results that you are currently experiencing. Amazing or not, I don't know. But if you've come this far, let's not give up and let me introduce you to the next step. Let me introduce you to success strategies for peak performance. Let's dive in. With this video, we're going to unlock all the ideas to mastering your inner voice. We need to make sure that you understand what the inner voice does, what your autopilot system actually is telling you. Where is it guiding you towards? If you experience a lot of stress, if you only have negative thoughts, if you think that everything is fearful and a challenge, that means it's not only impacting your mental health, but also your physical health. And if it's a mental and physical problem, that means that your results are probably not there where you want them to be. That's exactly why I created this whole mini-series. And today we will dive into the effects of the inner voice, of your autopilot system. So today we will dive into how to identify and silence limiting beliefs, practical strategies for habit stacking and self-discipline to reframe your thoughts, and number 3, how to align your inner dialogue with your goals for mental clarity and lifestyle transformations. Simply put, we're going to work on your thinking. Your thinking creates a feeling. The feeling creates what decision are you making, and the decisions that you make, they determine your actions. And as we all know, our results come from our actions. If I don't take action, nothing happens. If I want to become fit and healthy and athletic, I need to exercise. I need to eat healthy. If I want to win the lottery, people say that's not doing anything. I still need to buy the lottery ticket. I still need to pay attention. There's always an action, and the actions come from, reverse engineered, how do we think? What is happening in our mind? Where is our mindset? Where is it set at? What is it focused on? What is the inner dialogue, my inner voice, telling me over and over and over again? So it's not just about personal development, it is about creating a strategy that works for you and towards your individual goals, dreams, and desires. If this is the first video that you're watching, please at least go back to number 3, how to rewire the brain when it comes to your limiting beliefs, how to get into a growth mindset. So we already dipped our toes into the challenging of our belief system. Make sure you catch up because the action plan might make more sense to you. So before we dive deep into what the actual effect is of the inner voice, I would like to show you what exactly is it that your inner voice is saying to you. What I want you to do is the following. Spend the whole day, as much time as you have, of course, on what is it exactly that the inner voice is saying? What exactly am I hearing? Where is it trying to push me? What kind of thoughts do I hear? When is my mind the busiest? Is it in the morning? Is it during my day, or is it in the evening? What moments do the negative thoughts pop up? What moments are more encouraging? What is it that the inner voice is trying to tell me? Become very aware of this, and only for just one day. Don't do this for the rest of your life, because now you're holding on to every single thought, and as I explained to you in previous episodes, that's not where you want to be. Make sure you do this for just one day. Commit to it and make sure that you keep writing it down. Do it on your phone, bring your journal, whatever works for you. So every single time that you catch yourself on a very negative thought, write it down. Do not try to analyze every single thought, but make sure that there is a certain separation. What are the overall trends at the end of the day? That is the goal. That is what we want to achieve. Then step number 2, at the end of the day, what I want you to do is ask yourself the question, is this thought true or is it false? Is it something that is actually true about you? Is it something that you have proof of? Or do you have proof of the opposite? Oftentimes, limiting beliefs are just stories that we have told ourselves over and over again. We take them as our truth, as our personal reality right now, but it doesn't mean that it is 100% true. We can change this, we can reshape this, which is step number 3. Replace that thought with something empowering. For example, if you're studying a new language, of course you don't speak that language yet. You're not mastered it yet. But you're practicing, you're going over things, you keep repeating things. Tell yourself every single time when your negative mind is telling you you can't do this, that you are maybe not capable of doing it yet because you are learning every single day. You're improving every single day, and you know that through determination and repetition, you will master the language. This sounds completely different and more empowering, and that's exactly where you want your inner voice to be. If you truly want that inner voice to be your cheerleader, you need to teach it how to speak to you. You need to install it how you want it to communicate with you. So, identify when and what you think, identify the proof of this, is it true, yes or no, and of course, restate it in a different kind of way. Reframe your thoughts and make sure that you become your own biggest cheerleader. Now, if you want to dive into practical practice of elite mindsets, think about one of your idols. Think about an athlete or somebody that you look up to, and think about how they've gotten there. Do you think that everything just fell in their laps? Do you think that it just happened to them? They started somewhere. And as a matter of fact, if you're thinking about somebody, for example, in sports, the very first time that they did it, they sucked at it too, just like you and me. So understand that if you want to give yourself a little bit of more respect, understand that in the beginning things are more difficult. Understand that it takes time, especially when you're new at something. So think about your idol. Think about that person that has that lifestyle or the results that you want. Do you think that they build it up slowly and they created momentum, and that is where their growth accelerated? And then you started thinking, hey, this person doesn't put in a lot of effort, everything just seems to fall into place for them? Most of the people that are extremely successful started with the same issues as you experience right now. The only thing is that they broke everything down into smaller pieces, and they started stacking their small wins, which created that momentum, which created a better self-confidence, which created motivation and kept them on their strategy. Their system simply worked better than the system that you're trying to work with. Let me give you a very simple example. If you want to create a healthier lifestyle, a lot of people, New Year's resolutions, for example, they tell other people, I'm going to eat healthier, I'm going to sign up to a gym, I'm going to do 3-4 classes a week, I'm going to walk to work, I'm not going to take elevators. Great ideas. It's a great list of adaptations to put into your lifestyle to become a bit healthier, more active. But do you hear how much pressure this is? To me, this sounds like nothing else than just setting yourself up for failure. If you want to create a success, why don't we break it down to smaller steps and be a little bit more patient? So this person had maybe 10 things on their list. 10 things that they were going to change overnight. No testing stages in December, no practicing for a few weeks or preparing yourself well enough to make sure that 10 changes are going to happen. Overnight, that is just one big failure in my opinion already. What I would like to do with everybody that asks me for help is habit stacking. Habit stacking means start with something that you're already doing. Let's say brushing your teeth. Hopefully you brush your teeth twice a day. That means you're already in the habit of brushing your teeth. You have 2 moments per day where you're focused on brushing your teeth. What if you would just stack another habit on top of it? For example, if you are brushing your teeth, why don't you write down 5 things that you're grateful for? So 5 things in the morning, 5 things in the evening. Why? Number 1, you feel a little bit better because you're focused on something positive, something that makes you feel good. And number 2, you're priming your brain, your mindset, to look for those things during the rest of the day. So if you get into the habit of displaying more gratitude, saying more thank you to things, that means now you're coming from a better state of mind. And it's happened only while you are already brushing your teeth. That means it's not costing you more time. A simple example of habit stacking, something I would highly recommend everybody to start implementing in their life. And then of course, because you have changed something, you're gonna celebrate your very small wins, but you're gonna make sure that you state it to yourself. You're gonna affirm it to yourself. Why? If you put yourself in a state of mind where you believe in yourself, because you keep achieving things, where you Stack one win on top of the other. Now you're creating momentum. Your self-confidence grows, the belief in yourself grows, your motivation will probably grow, therefore discipline becomes a little bit less important because you know that you're winning every single day. Why do you think? What do you think is the reason that psychologists and psychiatrists tell people that are highly depressed, wake up, make your bed, drink a glass of water? Something in that area. Something very simple, something very small, but always to start the day with. Why? One, it's achievable. And two, it's something that gives you a sense of achievement. You've done something better than you did the day before. That doesn't mean if you fall off your horse just once that you have to quit and give up everything. You're human. But it means that when you set yourself up for success, you're going to experience more success. So start as small as possible. Don't let your mind rationalize this down and just say, yeah, but making your bed is so easy. All right, if it's easy for you, great, celebrate it. If you want to stack a few habits, if you would do one habit per week, imagine how different your life would look in a year. If you would change 52 habits, that means one per week over the time span of a year, you have a completely different lifestyle. And the last but not least reason why I think everybody should celebrate their small wins, but big, you have to celebrate the progress. The fact that you are putting effort in it, not just the result. So if you start on Monday and Tuesday with an amazing 2 days, and on Wednesday you don't do what you promised yourself you were going to do, don't beat yourself down. If you at the end of the week can tell yourself that 6 out of the 7 days you did what you promised, don't you feel a little bit better about yourself? Don't you believe that you're a good person, that you are trustworthy? Because you promised yourself something small and you did it. Build character, build momentum, build trust in yourself. If you keep doing this over and over again, the self-talk, the inner voice, your autopilot has to take over this belief, and therefore you're working with a new belief system. And the third and last step in this video today is you have to align your lifestyle with your goals. Very simple example, if you want to live healthy, if you want to lose some weight, and you keep snacking every evening, eating your chocolate, eating all the sugar-rich foods, and don't really move your body, why are you expecting to become healthier? You need to get into action. So that means everything that comes out of your mouth, everything that you promise yourself needs to be aligned with what you truly want. So you need to be as clear as possible. Maybe don't even tell yourself that you want to be 5 kgs less. Don't even tell yourself how much you want to lose when it comes to your weight. Make sure you tell yourself, I want to be a healthy person. I want to be much healthier than I am right now. Somebody that exercises, that takes care of their nutrition, that makes sure that they listen to their body when it comes to their self-recovery. Why don't you create a lifestyle that supports that goal? Instead of telling yourself, I'm going to lose 10 kgs and I'm going to cut out all my chocolate. I know that it's very specific and I know it's something that is easily for you to do, but it puts your focus on the things you don't want. Focus on the things that you do want. I want to be somebody with a more active, healthy lifestyle and a more nutritious meal pattern. Tell yourself what you do want. If you want to achieve something that has to do with money, don't tell yourself, I don't want stress about my finance anymore. You're focused on what you don't want. I want to be able to pay every bill with a big smile on my face. Now you focus on what you do want. So be careful with your goals, make that very clear. So step 1 is clarity. To align your lifestyle with your goals, you need to create clarity. What is it exactly that you do want? Another step you could take here is visualize. Visualizing yourself already having achieved that goal. If you want that financial stability, visualize yourself in that situation. Feel how you would feel. Experience it already. If you have a sports goal, maybe you want to improve a certain skill set. Maybe you're a tennis player, a golf player, whatever it is. If you want to start recreating a movement pattern, visualize it. Why do you think that all the top athletes, all the top performers use visualization? Because you're priming your mind and your physical body already for the experience ahead. Everybody that is a racer visualizes the race. Everybody that is a high performer in business sees themselves already achieving the goal that they have set for themselves. Start visualizing, start getting used to the experience of achieving what it is that you're aiming for. And then one of the most important ones, but it's also for a lot of people the most awkward one, affirmations. You have to rewire your brain. You need to make sure that the inner dialogue becomes your cheerleader. That means you need to show that inner dialogue, that inner voice, the way. If you look in the mirror, you look at yourself, and you tell yourself, I'm ugly, I'm fat, I have no confidence, and I will never be able to do this, you will take over these affirmations. These negative beliefs become your truth because you keep stating them. So I'm not saying only do this in front of the mirror. I even do it when I drive my bike. I close my helmet and I tell myself the things that I want to be true about me. So for example, when I drive to the gym, I'm going to smash this workout. I know there will be challenges, I know there will be difficult moments, but you know what? I'm going to push through because I'm looking for and then a certain time of that workout or whatever it is that I'm aiming for. But I prime myself for what is going on. I prime myself for what I want to happen. So positive affirmations are the things that I tell myself that I want to be true, and then I take action towards those affirmations. The more I repeat this, the more often I hear something, the sooner my inner voice will take over. So these are all 3 great steps that you can do to align the inner voice with your wished outcome. Once the inner voice displays exactly what your ambitions are, what it is that you want to achieve, you will feel more confidence, you will trust yourself, you will be empowered and therefore more motivated, plus you have a clear goal of the things how you want to see yourself. So even in the hard times, even when things are challenging, even when life is throwing you a curveball, you now have something to hold on to because you have that supporter inside you. You have that person that tells you, hey, you know what? We can do this. We've overcome so much already. That's all I would like to explain to you guys in this episode, because these are all things that are probably new to you. For some people, this even sounds a little bit wavy. It sounds a bit far-fetched. But as a cognitive behavioral therapy practitioner and somebody that studies the brain for so long and so many people, I can show you all the proof. If you are implementing this into your new lifestyle, you're doing exactly something I believe everyone should be doing. If you want to have healthier, happier, habitual patterns in your life, it all starts in our thinking. Make sure you get into the subconscious, make sure you create this cheerleader, and make sure that you trust yourself in the process. Of course there will be difficult days, of course there will be challenges, but if one person can achieve what it is that you want, that means you can do it too. Yes, with hard work, yes, with challenges, but it is never impossible. So let's make sure that you dive into the homework and that you take action. This is the end of episode number 4. I can't wait to see you in episode number 5, and we will be discussing exactly what I just dipped into. Conquering your fear and taking action. 2 of the most important things to create the successes that you're aiming for. You have to get into action, and it's going to be fearful. Conquer the fear, take your action. I see you in the next one.